Spies, they have this aura around them. They are these mythical people who go in behind enemy lines, work their way into social circles, military institutions, and armed groups leaking information back to their chain of command to help protect people, stop wars, and steal classified military documents. But that's been made easy thanks to the War Thunder forum. Anyways, movies like the James Bond franchise really push the idea that spies are these suave playboys that also know how to fuck up a few people, and then also happen to drink vodka martinis. Well, what if you were to take this idea of a spy and force them into a family position? Then you get the anime Spy X Family. Wait, is the X silent in that? We meet Twilight. Firstly, he has nothing to do with the Twilight saga. Secondly, he's from a country known as Westalis, and he is a spy for that country, and he is spying in the opposite country called Anya. And these two countries are currently on the brink of war once again. So, Twilight is sent on a mission called Operation Strix to get married, have a child, and intercept into this school his child to get them into the higher ranks of the school so that he can attend these social events that only the enemy person that he needs to like do something with attends. That was a really dumb summary, oh my god. And by the way, this was all meant to be done in a week, which, if you account some basic maths here, getting married and having a child in a week is physically impossible. And so he does his best. So firstly, he goes to adopt a child, and then randomly he just encounters some woman, and then he's like, let's get married like right now, and then gives her a fucking grenade pin as the engagement ring thingy. See, the thing is, the wife and child are very much not the typical wife and child that the average person would just get married to in real life. Firstly, let's talk about a child called Anya, who basically is just a fucking telepath, and she can read literally anybody and everybody's mind at will. So basically, she knows that Lloyd, aka Twilight, is literally a spy. And then the wife, called Yor, she's just a fucking assassin, and like the most scary one of them all because she's a woman. Now, when I'm writing a review for a video, I typically have like a pretty clear idea of things I want to talk about, such as the good and bad of the anime and certain things about the anime. And this one was, when I was writing the script, I could really only just think of good things about the anime because of just how much I fucking enjoyed the show. So be prepared for a whole fucking list segment of everything that I have very much enjoyed about the show. So first up is the main cast. Lloyd, Yor, and Anya, they all are just lovable in their own way, and they all each have their own moments, like whenever Yor is like kicking someone into the 7th dimension, or Lloyd is doing some really cool spy work, and then Anya just kind of just being Anya. Like, every single character gets their own moment in the show where you can feel the entire emotional spectrum for the character, whether that be sadness, grief, hunger. Actually, not really that much for Yor, just when Lloyd is cooking. Secondly is actually the soundtrack, because I found the soundtrack to be really, really good. It really elevated the moments in the anime where things were happening and then the soundtrack just needed to happen, and it just made it better. It made it feel just better. I am really good at reviewing anime, Jesus Christ. Next up is the character designs, and firstly, Spy Family gets an extra mark in my book because all the characters actually have multiple outfits throughout the series that they change into, rather than just having like one or two, whether that being school uniform and not school uniform, which is like 99% of anime, which is good. And secondly, also Yuri, the younger brother of Yor, his uniform for the secret police looks really fucking cool. Obviously, I'm not a uniform expert here, but it kind of looks like a mixture of the German SS uniform along with US Army military dress uniform. Obviously, I could be horrendously wrong, and it could probably just be based off of East German secret police uniforms or Russian NKVD uniforms or whatever it's called, KSB, FSB, yeah, something like that. It just looks really cool. Obviously, if anybody else out there who actually knows a thing or two about uniforms can tell me what the uniform Yuri is wearing is based off of, please tell me in the comments, and I will buy you a double chocolate chunk cookie from Costco. And now, this anime has a bit of an emotional connection to me because, well, I should probably start off with the point I meant to say is that this anime is easy to watch for literally anybody. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to give you guys a quick anecdote, which is something I learned in one of my English lessons that apparently is meant to be more convincing to people, so I'll give that a try. Picture this, New Year's Eve of 2023. I'm sitting downstairs in front of the TV, and I thought, you know what, I want to watch some anime, but my family's here, so you know what, I'm going to pick something basic. I was going to go with Bocce the Rock. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to rewatch Spy Family because there's nothing weird going on in that anime. I was sitting there, I was watching it, and it was really good as usual. Then my mum walked in, and then she sat down and started watching it too. And then we watched something like 5 or 6 episodes, and then later on in the year we finished the entire season, and that was pretty cool. And now the last time that me and my mum actually sat down to watch a TV show together that wasn't like Top Gear was like 2017 when we binge watched all of Breaking Bad. So yeah, thanks Spy Family. Also, I can't lie, the first episode of Spy Family is quite literally one of the best episodes of anime I have ever watched in my life. Like, I'm pretty sure this episode could have been 45 minutes long and I still would have watched it all the way because it just felt like amazing. I felt quite literally, again, the entire emotional spectrum, and it was just like it had the perfect mix of action, comedy. It just blended everything really nicely, and I just couldn't take my eyes away from the screen. Even on my third rewatching on the anime, I still felt the exact same emotions as I did when I watched it the first time when it first aired. Well, not really first aired, but you get the idea. This shit is just gas, Batman. Also seeing various gadgets like the spy coin, various different types of pistols, radio devices, and all these other spy sort of, and also military sort of technologies within the anime. It was also really cool. Obviously, the pistols will be labeled here by my amazing editor known as Rage. It's fucking cool, man. And also, just like so I can bring attention to the manga, there's this one line from Yor which makes me think that she's slightly autistic. And yeah, I think this is also just a relatable line in general. I also find it funny that how Anya is quite the only like 5 or 6 year old in anime, as far as I'm aware, to have a kill count. Well, not exactly a kill count, more like a kill assist, because in one of the episodes when they're on a like cruise liner thing and there's that fight going on where Yor's trying to protect that person, I'm really great at this once again. Anya throws something onto the roof and then Yor just picks it up and kills someone. She quite literally just got a kill assist. Like, Anya just the GOAT. I also like how there's like barely any, or maybe even no ecchi pretty much at all in the anime, at least. Could be different for the manga, but I haven't read the manga in a little while. It's like in anime, they just throw out ecchi literally anywhere, like Americans trying to add bacon to anything. Like, motherfuckers really try to add bacon to ice cream. Why the fuck are you adding bacon to ice cream? That's like a step too far, like holy fucking shit. Now let's talk some generic anime review shit. Firstly, animation and art. I'm putting these together because I barely know fuck all about these two, so I'm just going to list off things that I've read. So, it was animated by Studio Wit and CloverWorks, who both have a very good track record. Wit being the people who animated Attack on Titan, and CloverWorks the ones who animated Bocce the Rock. So, it's pretty fucking good. And then the art is also pretty solid. I'm not an artist because I did not attend art school, so yeah, take that. Just take that. The one thing that they did nail, like, just like, is just, what the fuck was that? One thing they just really like nailed is the fucking character like expressions, like just on your faces in general, just brilliant. And then just like whenever you see just Yor just fucking snap like that and then she just nearly kills somebody in like civilian mode, that is the funniest shit, but also like the most scariest shit at the same time. And also Lloyd like breaking character as a spy to nearly punch some guy in the face because he made Anya cry. Like, I'm pretty sure that fat bastard should have been beaten to death for that. Also, while on the subject of talking about characters, they do not feel forgettable. Like, no matter what, like, I am not going to forget Lloyd, Yor, and Anya, and also... I forgot one of the characters' names. Frankie, there we go. Oh my god, I am... peak anime reviews right here. All the characters are just amazing. We live in a world, we live in a society where we've mass-produced anime and mass-produced shitty fucking isekai where the characters have one gimmick attached to them, like having a fucking smartphone. That's not a gimmick, that's real life, and why the fuck is that a gimmick anyway? What the fuck is this shit? But all the characters feel real, they feel alive, they just slap. And now, a problem I have with modern anime is it's either battle shonen, kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen, which I'm probably wrong, but who gives a shit? Or it's just shitty isekai with some stupid fucking gimmick attached to it. So far, and then there's like the in-between spectrum of like good anime, kind of like Chainsaw Man and Spy Family. I like anime that has a unique premise, but also I do like my shitty ones as well, because who doesn't like watching shitty anime sometimes? But the point I'm trying to make is Spy Family, unlike all the other anime that was airing around the time, felt completely different and completely unique. It's just like, it hit different compared to every single other anime, and it just it hit different. Right, there are a lot of anime out there that have like a trio cast, kind of like Gintama, Sket Dance, and I think kind of Demon Slayer in a way. But with Spy Family, it takes the whole trio cast thing, adds like all these elements, things like a slight romantic subplot, some action thriller, some mystery. It blends it all with this amazing like nest that just works so fucking well. And also, it is slightly darker compared to like other like, you know, main tier main tier shonen shit, without, you know, these all talk about like these like slightly darker things like political assassinations and like all these like gooby spy stuff, dark politics. Who gives a fuck about politics? That is super duper cool. It makes for a more interesting story in my personal opinion. So yeah, I really like this anime. This is a very fantastic and unique show. A group of amazing, memorable characters going on some pretty fucking cool adventures, kicking ass, reading minds, you know, doing cool shit. And then Anya existing. So for me, this is definitely like just a 10 out of 10. Like, it is one of my favorite animes to ever exist. I've quite literally got no negative comments, but even like, if I tried to nitpick with negative comments, like, it would be very hard. 10 out of 10. And also, if you happen to like badass bounty hunter girls, you should watch this video here where I talk about the anime Gunsmith Cats. Anyways, thank you for watching and goodbye.